Wow. There you go. Francelle Maria, look at that. Welcome to BuzzLocal.tv for this afternoon on July 14th?
Yeah.
Yes, and we're very pleased to have one of the performing artists in tomorrow's Mosaic and Saturday's Mosaic Festival, Francelle Maria from Moncton, or Dieppe, is it?
Yes, Dieppe.
Yep,
Yeah.
but now currently living in Los Angeles. You said L.A., so I'm assuming it was Los Angeles. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it is.
All right, so we were just listening to your latest single, Tell Me Why.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
We recorded that in Los Angeles, and I co-wrote that song with Mathieu Léger. And yeah, it's the first song that's kind of vintage country, which is the angle that I'm going for, is the path that I'm taking from now on. So I'm really excited about releasing this new music because it's very different from the past two albums. So.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And on the cover album, you have this big beehive hairdo type thing. So yeah, it's kind of like you said, that vintage look. Why that direction?
Because I've been told that I have this old soulful voice and that it fits very well. And when I sing it, it just feels right. You know,
Cool.
When I sing that old school stuff, the Patsy Cline, and it feels right.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I'm not a country historian and music, but that did sound very familiar to Patsy Cline, or you know, that sort of thing. That and the voice is very clear. Now, you do have an interesting voice. We'll jump back to how you got to it later, but you were discovered by your current manager. Is that right?
Yes.
Manager
Yes.
Via YouTube.
Yes.
Because you had videos that involved
Yodeling.
yodeling, okay, which is not your normal thing for most young people to be doing. So,
No.
You had mentioned earlier that when you first were born, you came out singing more or less to strangers, and then at some point in high school, you said, "All right, I'm going to do this full time," and you went to where?
I went to Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts. I moved to Toronto, and I studied musical theater, which was singing, dancing, and acting.
Right.
And then I did musicals for a couple of years and traveled Canada. And then I decided to move back home and record an album. So I recorded an album in Nashville, my debut album in English called Till the Wheels Fall Off.
Cool.
And then I started working around New Brunswick. So.
Well, I mean, to say, I recorded an album in Nashville. I mean, that sounds kind of flippant. That's a big deal. I mean, how did you manage to do that?
I found a producer in New Brunswick, J.R. Vautour, and he brought me to Nashville and introduced me to all these musicians over there. So.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
So what's the bent towards country music? Like, how did you originally kind of lean towards that? Like, did you always have that passion for country music, or did it evolve?
Oh,
or?
yeah. Since a very young age. My dad is a huge country music fan, and he used to play for me when I was a kid. He would play Swingin' and Johnny Cash, and, I would go in the car and Conway Twitty would be playing, and Travis Tritt. He'd always be playing this good country music. So I grew up listening to it. It was all around me. Even when I was a kid, I was singing Patsy Cline and Leanne Rimes. Like, I had this karaoke machine, and I just love singing. That's just naturally what I would do. I was a big fan of Shania Twain when I was a teenager, and Leanne Rimes were two of my biggest inspirations.
So you've got this yodeling video out, and you've got a bunch of them out, and so your manager contacted you. Like, did you take it seriously, or do you think this is some kind of joke? Or
Well, I thought maybe it was. I was like, okay, who from around here is playing this joke on me? I was like, this is crazy. Like.
Yeah.
Like, I had just come home from a gig. I was playing at the casino in Moncton, and I had a voicemail from LA, and I was like, what? Is this for real? Like, And then we started talking. We talked on the phone, and then we did some FaceTime/Skype sessions, and then I was like, no, she is who she says she is, and, she really wants us to go to LA. So yeah, I went to LA for a month the first time, and then 2 months, so we got to know each other, and then we realized that we work really well together. So then I signed a 5-year management deal with Copeland Entertainment.
Wow. So when you first went to LA, did you go by yourself, or your folks?
I brought Matt with me. I brought my fiance with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It must have been kind of, I don't say scary, but intimidating. I mean, exciting and all that sort of stuff. Like, LA.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I'm not one to be very intimidated. I just love opportunities. I love adventure. If I can go somewhere and, do music, I'm just happy discover, and just do it. I just
Right.
want to go and explore.
Cool. So you're probably what, all of 12, 13 by now? Guessing, judging by looking at you. No. So far in your career, has there been any particular moments where you're thinking like, whoa, wow, this is so awesome?
I mean, yeah, everything has been great. I mean, recording 2 albums in Nashville, and then living in LA, and surviving off of music in LA. And I just started playing with this new band called the Arnie Newman Band, and they've played with Reba, they've played with Leanne Rimes, Gretchen Wilson, Dierks Bentley, Trace Atkins, and I'm here on stage with these guys,
Wow, that's
so
pretty cool.
it is very awesome. They're so talented, and to think that I'm playing every weekend with these guys at that level is just it's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling to be playing with these guys, and they're just such good people. And I think music is all about it being beautiful and just it being natural and smooth, and they're such good people, and it's beautiful. That's how music should be done, so.
Now that is nice to hear, because you keep hearing about how the music business is just so brutal. It
is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. You have to be strong and be able to, because it goes like this in a second,
Yeah.
So you have to just not give up. And I've had my fair share of ups and downs. You wake up one morning and you feel like you have nothing, and then you're like, okay, 2 hours later, oh, here's another opportunity. Here's this. So you just have to pull through, you just have to fight through it. And things always seem to happen if you think positive, and you keep fighting for what you believe in and what you want. Things will happen.
Do you have a personal goal? Sounds like you've reached most goals already. So what do you want to perform on the moon? I mean, what is going to be the next what's going to be the next step? Do you have a personal goal at this point? You say, I want to do this. I want to
I
Taylor
have
Swift
lots
to call
of
me and say, I want to come to my birthday, and you say, sorry, T, I'm busy. What?
Sorry, no.
You can use that if you want.
No.
Yeah.
I have lots of. There's lots of stuff that I want to do, but it's like you said. Being in LA and living off of music and writing new songs. I'm always in the studio writing songs or doing shows. So I'm doing music 24/7. So I'm very happy already doing what I'm doing. But I have lots of, I want to sing at the Grand Ole Opry. I want to be on tour and sing my original songs. And, I want to co-write with, so many people and just share the stage. There's so many, I just want good energy, good music to be shared. There's so many people that I would love to perform with, and it's just, but that's what's great about music, is that it's never ending. It doesn't matter how many awards you've won or what stage you've performed on and all that. It's really, there's always a new moment to be created and to be had, So there's, of course, so many goals and so many things that I want to do. But like I said, I'm already happy.
Cool.
Happy doing what I'm doing.
Nice. And so now you've come home. Welcome home, by the way.
Thank you.
And you're going to be performing at the Mosaic Festival, which is really exciting, because every year it just gets bigger and more exciting, and more things are happening, and such a diversity of not just food, but obviously music and stuff. So when are you going to be performing?
I'll be performing Friday at 5:30 until 6:30.
Okay, good.
Right.
And it's downtown, right on the center stage there by City Hall?
Yeah, right in front of City Hall.
That's
Exactly.
right. So you can did you want to give it a big shout out to Big T right now? Taylor? Say,
Oh, hey, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, what's up? Just saying hey from, Canada. Call me.
Call me, yeah.
We'll hang out when I get back.
Yeah, I might be busy. I don't know. See if I can squeeze you in. Well, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It was a real pleasure, and all the very best, and have fun being home and with your family. I'm sure they are thrilled to have you back home.
I am thrilled too. Thank you so much for having me.
No, my pleasure. Eric Jingles, TheBuzzLocal.tv with Francelle Maria. There she is. Thanks again.
Thank you.